like a sequence for a close guard that will add another element to your game, especially if you play with the sleeve. Like you like pulling the arm across the center line, locking the body down, going to pendulum sweeps, taking it back, going the arm bar off the sleeve drag. Man, this is going to work really awesome for you. So let's go into it. I want to show you the whole series, so I'm going to show you a lot. And feel free to reach out to me if you ever have questions about this. I have a whole Facebook group called BJJ Players Lair that you can find. Ask me questions anytime. All right, so let's go into it. So, boom, cross sleeve. I'm going cross sleeve and then doubling up 2-on-1, controlling the back of the arm. Right? This is one of my easiest setups to the sleeve drag. Because what I do is I switch my wrist to this side of his arm, lift my hip, and then as I bring my knees to the chest, I pull his elbow and punch across. Right? But here's a challenge. Guys they'll feel this, and if they can't break the grip, they'll pull away. Right? And as they pull away, that's actually an entry for a different control system, which is reverse Kimura. So like here, I'm starting to drag. He pulls away. I push his wrist as I sit up. And look, what I'm doing is I'm hugging her from the top. So I'm going to show it from 2 different angles. And all through this instruction, I'm just going to show different angles. So like here, pull, he pulls back. Look, I'm sitting up, and I'm punching into the space, and then pinch it. And then look, this hand is going to grab his wrist. And I grab my wrist. So let's look at that from a different. Alright, so here, pull, he pulls back, I sit up, and then look, I'm switching from a sleeve to a C grip on his wrist, and now I lock it. This is our primary transition. From here, all the offense is going to flow. Right? It's going to really, man, so many options. So let's go through it real quick. I'll stay on this angle so you can see what I do first, because man, it's gonna be hard to see this wrist lock. So cross sleeve. I start dragging, he pulls back. I sit up. Look, I'm trying to get over his elbow. So I have to sit up high, shoot through, switch the grip, and then switch. Right? And look, what I'm looking for is to move my left hand to the back of his hand. And as I do it, look, I'm gonna pull with my right hand and pull with my left, and then sit in, punch towards his body. So, like, most of the pressure, most of the force is coming from me moving close. It's crunching, it's core strength. My grips are just isolating the wrist. So I'm pulling here, the wrist is isolated, is in position for the submission, and then I maximize the force with core strength, crunching into the body. That's gonna be our number 1. From there, again, boom, I start dragging, he pulls away. I sit up. I lock in, and then I'll sit back down. And what I want to do is I want to create a different angle. We're attacking a triangle on this side of his body. So I want my hip to square up with him. So I'm going to stretch my legs away, move my hip out, and then square back up again. And then right here, look, I'm pushing his arm down. As I push his arm down, I'm imagining I'm trying to Kimura him. I'm trying to push his hand past his hip line, and then my left hand's going to release. Left leg goes over the shoulder. Left hand goes to the back of the head. Right hand releases. Right hand goes under the arm. Hands clasped. Why? Because look, here with his arm in play, like I start triangling, like he can put pressure on my thigh. He can start stacking. Like he has options for defense. When I take this arm out of play and I lock here, now he tries to stack super hard. He tries to defend. Like I also have the space to shift my ankle. And look, one of the adjustments or like roll master I like to do for a triangle is if I can, before I even lock up, I like to bring my foot in front of my thigh. Because now I know it's like firmly across the line of his neck. And it's also like a control here. So when he tries to escape at this point, it's still hard, and it's easy for me to chop down, lock up, and then pinch, finish. That's number 2. And I'll show that from the other angle as well so you can see what I did with the wrist. I've had some people have challenges with that, all right? So, here, boom, hip up, he pulls away. I sit up, shoot through, square up, push down, all right? His hand goes to the back of the head. I release right hand, scoop, lock, shift, angle, pinch to finish. All right. So now, number 3. We're gonna do number 3 on this side as well because like you have to see what I do with my legs. So, cross sleeve, 2 on 1, hip up, pull, he resists, I sit up, shoot, lock in. And look, foot goes to the hip. I'm gonna swivel this way. The swivel is gonna force his arm to come free. I push it down as much as I can. And look, my left arm is gonna be heavy on the back of his tricep, back of his elbow. I'm pulling that region of his arm down. That already puts pressure. Then, I put my thigh right on his wrist, and I start lifting up to maximize that pressure. All right? These are the first 3 attacks. Now, we have those 3. They're all near side attacks. But there's another 2 attacks we can add to the system, or add to the possibilities of what we can do. But they attack the far side of the body, or at least they initiate on that side. So let's go through that real quick. Number 4. So cross sleeve. Start dragging. He resists. Sit up. Lock in. Look, left foot goes to the hip. I want to bridge off the hip, bridge onto my right shoulder, which is going to allow me to free this leg. That's my goal, to free this leg, right leg. So I bridge, retract the right leg, right? Then my knees pinch. His arm is in between my legs. He tries to move, he tries to stack. It should be hard. I'm pushing his hip away. I'm pinching. I have a good control. My left leg goes across, like across the line of his shoulders, and I pinch. Now what I want to do is I want to free my right foot because I'm going to a triangle on that far side. And the way I have to do it, or at least the way it's easier while maintaining control, is to pinch, shift my hip, and swivel to the diamond. And from here, look, I'm going to pull a wrist free. Left hand releases. Right hand pushes wrist into thigh, pinning his arm to my thigh. Right? The reason why is because now when he tries to stack me, look, I'm already framing. I'm using his own arm to frame against his body. So when he tries to push my knees to my chest, super hard. Then left hand controls the head. Adjust. Lock up. Pinch. Finish. Number 4. I'll show that from one more angle. Let's go here. Right? So, 2 on 1, start dragging, he pulls back, sit up, lock, foot on the hip, and then look, I'm not just stripping. If I strip, look, still don't have the space. I'm bridging and really retracting strongly. Leg comes over, and then look, hip moves through the right, swivel, lock, pull, adjust. And then here, I can adjust however I want. Even go all the way across, grab my knee, pinch. All right? Now, for the last one. The last one is just a transition to a relatively uncommon attack. The Omoplata, made famous by Rafael Freitas, right? So I'm gonna do it off the same scenario, off the same entry. 2 on 1. I start dragging, he pulls away. I sit up. Look, lock in. Foot on the hip. Look, I'm bridging again. Retract, pinch. Now this is where it changes. Left leg still goes over, but instead of moving my hip to the right, I want to extend my body away, creating a lot of space. This leg is going to come out now. It's going to come all the way to this side of his body. Left hand locks in. Right hand goes across, grabs far collar. All right, so he tries to move, he tries to stack me, he tries to drive in, he tries to escape, all that fun stuff. Super difficult. Then look, left leg goes to the hip, and I'm gonna swivel. I'm trying to get my head towards his armpit, so I'm swiveling under him. And what I do is it's massive shoulder pressure. All right? So, let's show this angle. Here, cross sleeve, sit up, Again, bridge, retract, extend, leg comes over, grip, foot on the hip, and then look, swivel to finish. All right. So that's a lot, right? But it's all flowing off one single point. Get into the reverse Kimura off of the sleeve drag. And you just so much stuff you can play with there. These are some options. Explore it. Have fun.